The Chicago Bears will remember the 1975 season as a vital step in their restructuring. It was a difficult year, but a year of progress. It was a down payment on the future, a year to find theirs to build on. Going into the 1975 season, a training camp spirit developed in which every position was open to competition. That spirit resulted in a young, combative team, one that drew encouragement from its fans and leadership from its coach, Jack Pardee. Pardee's first year was spent in rebuilding, and more importantly, in setting a course for the future. With 34 players gone from the previous year's roster, Pardee took a team that included 17 rookies through a punishing NFL schedule. But while the young Bears may have lacked experience, they never lacked faith in their coach or in themselves. In the New Orleans Superdome for the season's final game, they showed themselves as a young team headed in a positive direction. Defensively, the front four mauled the Saints with a ferocious rush, while the secondary came through with 3 interceptions and a touchdown of its own. Offensively, rookie running back Walter Payton showed his brilliance as he routed the Saints with his dazzling runs. Of the 5 offensive rookie starters that day, another heavy contributor was number 7, quarterback Bob Avellini, who threw 3 touchdown passes to number 88, rookie tight end Greg Latta. At game's end, the young Bears had exploded for 458 yards of total offense. A difficult year of transition had ended on a positive note, and Jack Pardee could reflect on his season of rebuilding.
We found out in 1975 to come up with the winning combination, the winning team, that we had to end up turning over half the squad. We did this in looking for the players that have good work habits, that we think have the ability to win in the National Football League. I think winning is part of a habit, of good habits that have to be established. With the young team, I think last year we kind of went out with not knowing if we could win or not, if we played our best. What we have to do this year to improve is to go out knowing that we can win every game if we don't beat ourselves, if we don't eliminate ourselves. We have winning players in Ron Shanklin, Walter Payton. These guys have demonstrated they can move the football. So it's having that confidence in yourself as well as your teammate to go out and expect to win and not to lose.
In 1975, the Chicago defense improved in all categories of play. As a head coach who played professionally for 15 years and won all pro defensive honors while doing so, Jack Pardee was well prepared to revitalize the Bears defense. Number 55 linebacker Doug Buffone tells why.
Of course, Jack and I have a lot in common. Jack played for 13, 14 years as a linebacker and called most of his defenses. Through Jack's experience, when I go into the game, I'm well prepared as far as knowing when to call certain defenses, man-to-man defense and zone defenses, and he can mix them up real well. And this is what basically gives to us and gives me the idea, the philosophy that we want to develop. And of course, we had 1 year last year, and you can't do it in 1 year. But you give me 2, 3 years, and I'll have it down like he had it down when he played it for the Rams and for Washington. All I can say about Jack is a great defensive mind, and I hope I can just develop it in the remaining years I have where I can put it to use out in the field. In 10 years since I've been with the Bears, myself and the Bear fans been crying for a winner. And every year we'd go into the season, everybody would say, this is the year the Bears are going to do it. And in 10 years that hasn't happened, obviously. I know there's going to be some additions to our defense coming up in the next 2 or 3 years. I think that we need some additions. But what our philosophy is to hold a team, is not to make mistakes and put a veteran team together. I'm the veteran. For 10 years, I'm the veteran ball player. And a lot of these guys are young. They're only 2nd, 3rd, 4th year men. If he can, once he puts his nucleus together, and after they play together for 3 years, he's going to have a great defense.
Teaming with Buffone in his linebacking chores is number 50, Wayman Bryant. Experienced at playing the middle as well, Bryant was moved outside in 1975 where his speed and agility could be better utilized. Returning to back up the middle for Chicago will be Don Reeves, number 57. Reeves missed most of the 75 season with a foot injury, but used his rehabilitation time to build himself up to 245 pounds of solid middle linebacking material. Just as men like Don Reeves spend their time building strength during the off-season, defensive backs work on their endurance. Cornerback Allen Ellis assesses the season past, his hopes for the future, and the demanding nature of his position.
I was really pleased with the way that we came along as hitters. I thought we hit as well as any secondary in the league. But as far as pass defense is concerned, I think we have a lot more things to learn as a team, not as individuals, but as a team. I think we can gel a little more together. We had a lot of new people come in, first of all. Then, as I said, we had new coaching staffs, new philosophy, a new defense altogether. I think as a whole that we're going to be a great team defensively. If we can keep the personnel playing together, to me, that's one of the keys of a defensive unit. You got to be able to know what your teammate is going to do under certain situations. When I'm out there on the field, I try to keep people from catching the ball on me, period. A lot of times it's positioning. When he's positioned where he can catch the ball, the only thing that I can do is try to hit him or strip him or make him pay the price for coming into my areas. And, you know, it's a lot of cocky receivers around. They like to talk to you a lot, you know. And it gets on your nerves. So I try to put as much leather on them as I can so they'll know that I'm there. And the thing to me is to gain the respect of the people in the league, and that's what I try to do.
The veteran of the secondary is number 45, strong safety Craig Clemens. In his 5th NFL season, Clemens is a big play athlete and a savage tackler. While Ellis and Clemens are the veterans in the secondary, number 24, Virgil Livers, spent his rookie season at cornerback, where he showed he can play despite his 5'8" height. But Livers is not only a defensive back. His explosive speed and daring propelled him to new club records for punt returns in 1975. Another man who enjoyed an impressive rookie season in '75 was safety Doug Plank, number 46. While Plank graded out well as a pass defender, he gained instant recognition for his shattering tackles. Chicago's front four is the bottom line of the defense, and it is here that Jack Pardee has created the foundation for continued growth. At defensive end is number 73, Mike Hartenstein. As a rookie, he showed excellent play recognition. Hartenstein's ability to master opponents' blocking efforts earned him a place on the all-rookie team in 1975. As number 73 adds intensity in the coming season, he should move on toward NFL stardom. Another up-and-coming member of the front four is number 71, tackle Roger Stillwell, who joined Hartenstein on the NFL all-rookie team. At 6'5" and 260 pounds, Stillwell has the raw strength to simply overpower an opponent. In Stillwell and Hartenstein, the Bears have a pair of superior newcomers whose youth forecasts brighter days for the Chicago front four. Number 72, Gary Ribnack, is another young defender who shows the capacity to develop into a starting role. In number 84, Richard Harris, the Bears have a young veteran who uses speed and experience to overcome his opponent. In 1975, the 6'5", 260-pounder played both at end and tackle. Defensive tackle Jim Osborne, number 68, makes things happen. Osborne's style is reckless and aggressive, and most of the time that aggressiveness acts to disrupt the flow of an opponent's play. Where his fierce style is most effective, however, is against the pass. And in 1976, when Osborne begins his 5th year as a Bear, he'll be counted on for more big plays. The man that all Bear defenders will try to emulate in 1976 is Wally Chambers. Number 60 is a man who not only knows all the angles of pursuit, but has the desire and hustle to bring off a big play. Exceptionally quick off the snap of the ball, Chambers used his great pass rush to net 14 quarterback sacks in 1975. Wally Chambers can dominate a ball game with his far-reaching play, and that's why he'll be leading the defense into the 76 season as a 3-time All-Pro. Jack Pardee's rebuilding of the defense certainly is not complete, but the sides of the 75 defense can only promise improvement for the future. As a rookie in 1975, center Dan Pfeiffer was elected tri-captain of the Bears. His dedication to the rebuilding of an injured knee gives an insight into the spirit and purpose of the young Bears offense.
But as far as coming back from an injury, you've got a lot of hard work getting your leg back in shape, getting the muscle tone back, and getting your complete strength back where you have full confidence in it, where you're not out on the field wondering what's going to happen if you make this move or make that move. Everything's got to come back to be automatic, just like it was before the injury. One of the main concerns is to get your body in shape and get your strength up where you can be the best. I think that's everybody's goal. It should be that a man should have enough pride in himself that he wants to be the very best in his position in the league. I feel that someday in the near future that we're going to be considered one of the great offensive lines in the NFL. If we just need a couple more years experience, we'll be there. And you get pride and satisfaction out of knowing that you helped rebuild the team and get to the top.
From the sweat and strain of the weight room, Dan Pfeiffer will return to his center position in 76 with greater strength to pry open opposing defensive lines. At right offensive tackle, number 75, Jeff Seavey, will return to improve on the form that earned him All-Rookie honors in 1975. Size and quickness enable him to block for crucial yardage. Also named to the All-Rookie team in 1975 was guard Noah Jackson. Number 65 has star potential. A promising pass blocker, he also is highly regarded for his bulldozing efforts as a pulling guard. A newcomer to the revamped offensive line in 1975 was number 63, guard Mark Nordquist. Acquired from the Eagles, the 9-year pro excels at pass protection and brings a veteran's poise to the youth-accented lineup. The most consistent of all the Bear linemen in 75 was number 79, Lionel Antwine, an offensive tackle who'll be entering his 5th season in 1976. Antwine's size and power neutralizes the defensive pass rush. The Bears expect Lionel to continue his giant strides in 1976. The young Chicago line also numbers Dan Neal, Bob Asher, Bob Newton, and Reeve Sorey, and is striving toward improvement in 76 because the Bears have the running backs to make good use of their blocks. At the start of the 75 season, number 35, Roland Harper, was an obscure 17th round draft choice. But his blocking and running ability quickly earned him a starting role, and he will be a prominent figure in backfield plans for 1976. Backing up starters Roland Harper and Walter Payton is number 20, Mike Adamley, a multi-talented performer who can pass, block for a teammate, and run the ball with a special knack for squeezing out yardage. With 1 year of experience behind them, the new-look Bear backfield and line will enter the 1976 season with the aim of turning youthful exuberance into across-the-board improvement. Gary Huff is the Bears' veteran quarterback, ready to direct the offensive attack. Huff is entering his 4th season of NFL play and brings to the job a major league passing arm. Competing with Huff for the starting position will be a man short on experience, but long on confidence, quarterback Bob Avellini. In 1975, the Bears scored 14 of their 22 touchdowns after the rookie Avellini assumed the quarterbacking role. Number 7 put points on the Chicago scoreboard in 75, and in 76, he'll be out to take up where he left off. On the receiving end of the offense, the Bears have number 88, Greg Latta, who caught 3 touchdown passes in the final game of the season. Latta plays behind number 86, Bob Parsons, at tight end. Parsons also doubles as the Bears' punter. In an age of specialization, Parsons' multiple skills are a welcome boost to the Bear attack. The offense's ace in the hole is place kicker Bob Thomas, number 16. Thomas kicked a club record 55-yard field goal in 1975 and is pursuing a weight program during the offseason to strengthen his leg for 76. At the wide receiver position for Chicago in the coming season will be a number of tested veterans. Number 27, Bob Grimm, makes the plays that have earned him league-wide respect for 10 seasons. Ron Shanklin came in trade to Chicago in '75 after starting at Pittsburgh, making a comeback from knee surgery. Number 25 is looking to renew his touchdown talents with the Bears. In '76, the Bears figured Grimm and Shanklin will add to the value of number 80, Bull Rather, a man who doubled his offensive production in '75 and averaged 17 yards per catch. With a year of consolidation behind them, the young Bears are eagerly awaiting the coming season. The only promise for the new year is progress. But with Jim Finks and Jack Pardee at the helm, Bears fans know their team is on course to contention. Leading the defensive contribution to team success will be the man many consider the finest tackle in the game. With a range that spans the width of the football field, number 60, Wally Chambers, is a cornerstone to defensive rebuilding. Wally Chambers' example of pride and effort must stand as a goal for every Bear defender to reach for. It is with that goal in mind that the defensive unit awaits this '76 season. Symbolizing the spirit of the offense is number 34, Walter Payton, a gifted runner whose competitive nature is never dampened. Payton left the college ranks as the leading scorer in NCAA history, and as a rookie for Chicago in 1975, showed he was eager to take on the record books of the NFL. Payton led his team in rushing and scoring in '75 and showed his great running ability on kickoff returns when he captured the NFL return crowd. Now you've seen the type of men chosen to be Bears to build on. Their individual skills all are aimed at one common goal, and that is to bring the oldest franchise in professional football back to a position of power. The road ahead won't be easy, but these young Bears to build on believe they are equal to the task.